Engine start. Liftoff.
While millions of people are choosing between rent and groceries, Katy Perry just took a $1 million joyride to space on Jeff Bezos' rocket. Yes, space is now the hottest new playground for the ultra-rich, and they want you to clap for them while they do it. But here's the thing. They're not just flexing wealth, they're whitewashing it in the name of feminism and progress. And what's worse, they want us to call them astronauts. So today we're diving into this dystopian parody of a space mission where the suits are cosplay, the ticket is your rent for the next decade, and the girl power is bought, not earned. Buckle up, because this is not just a bad PR stunt, it's a symptom of a collapsing system. By the way, I'm Elle. We cover the latest celebrity rumors and updates, including what Katy Perry said about Trump. We'll discuss this news in our next video, so please subscribe to our channel and like this video. What are your genuine thoughts on Katy Perry's space mission? Thank you for the donation on our last video. You can support us by becoming a member of our channel.
Perception, there it is.
Katie!
The best part was when we got back in our seats after 0 G's, Katie sang "What a Wonderful World."
She did?
Isn't that nice?
Oh, come on.
She sang "What a Wonderful World."
See, let me paint you a picture. The planet is burning, rent is astronomical, and eggs might as well be a luxury item. But somewhere high above our collapsing reality, a select group of ultra-wealthy women are floating in low Earth orbit, literally. Yes, Jeff Bezos has once again fired his rocket into the sky, not to further science, not to advance humanity, but to give a handful of millionaires a 4-minute thrill ride while the rest of us figure out how to pay for gas and antidepressants. And this time, it's being billed as historic. Why? Because the capsule was filled with women. That's it. That's the bar now. You too can make history. Just marry a billionaire or star in a couple of flop albums, and you're cleared for takeoff. So let's meet the groundbreaking astronauts in question. There's Lauren Sanchez, Bezos' partner and co-pilot of the public relations campaign, Gayle King from CBS Mornings, whose journalistic integrity has apparently left the building. And of course, Katy Perry, fresh off her residency in Las Vegas and ready to orbit the Earth for a call, promoting her next tour and feeling so connected to love. Yes, love, because if there's one thing space tourism is known for, it's spiritual awakening. Forget the planet's problems. Katy Perry just discovered inner peace 100 kilometers above sea level. All it cost was $1 million, a custom-fitted fake astronaut suit, and the last shred of relatability. This is not progress, this is not empowerment, this is Disney World for billionaires draped in feminist slogans and shot into the stratosphere with a SpaceX engine and a narcissism boost. And they want applause, they want articles, they want you working overtime, skipping meals, and barely holding on to watch their PR stunt and clap like it means something. Well, let's talk about what it actually means.
No, like, I'm so sorry, but I actually don't give a fuck that you went into space. I actually don't give a fuck that you went into space. Dare I say it? I actually think I kind of hate you. I kind of hate you for going into space. And you come down from your 30-second fucking orbit in space, and you kiss the ground, and you say, we need to thank Mother Earth. We need to save the planet. You just burnt so much fucking CO2. You're also doing fucking company promo for like the world's worst billionaire, one of the world's worst billionaires, and you're coming down here to lecture us on climate change. You literally just tore a new hole in the ozone layer. Like, you literally did it by yourself.
So let's talk about what this spectacle is really selling. Performative feminism, shrink-wrapped, and launched into orbit at $1 million a seat. This wasn't a space mission, it was a rich woman's field trip. And yet we're being asked to treat it like a milestone for women everywhere. A historic all-female crew, groundbreaking, empowering, inspirational. Except it's none of those things.
Today's episode of Rich People Doing Things Nobody Asked For. 6 women launched into space for a lifetime of bragging rights. It all just feels too familiar.
There were no scientists on board, no engineers, no women who trained their entire lives to break through the literal atmosphere. Just 5 ultra-privileged passengers who bought a spot on a glorified theme park ride and now want to be treated like they're breaking barriers. And the media, oh, they're eating it up. Articles waxing poetic about the custom-fitted spacesuits, talk show segments praising the diverse group of celestial sisters. It's all so wildly out of touch it feels like satire. But no, this is the real-world version of corporate feminism, where representation is just another branding opportunity and actual progress is irrelevant.
Why are we doing this? Why are we sending Katy Perry and Lauren Sanchez into space? Why did we need like a female suit? Why did we need a sexy space suit? This just literally looks like an SNL skit.
Oh yeah, mama. I see your tight little ass in space. Are you trying to tell me that 6 went in space this morning? Yeah!
Here's the thing, this isn't just about space, it's about culture. It's about the nauseating spectacle we keep rewarding, where billionaires and celebrities slap a hashtag on their excess and pretend it's a movement. We don't live in a society anymore. We live in a PR campaign. Everything is optics, everything is marketing, and we're expected to smile and clap like background extras in their highlight reel. We used to be inspired by space because it was about discovery, about pushing the boundaries of human knowledge. Now it's about influencers posting zero-gravity selfies while Amazon drivers back on Earth are delivering packages in vans with no AC, peeing in bottles. That's where we're at. Our heroes used to be astronauts. Now they're people with good Wi-Fi and private equity portfolios. And the media is right there cheering it on. Mainstream outlets ran pieces that read like they were written by Blue Origin's PR department, celebrating the suits, the symbolism, the history-making voyage, as if no one noticed that the entire operation is a commercial for Jeff Bezos' midlife crisis. Forget the women scientists working in anonymity. Forget the engineers solving real-world problems. Forget the people actually keeping this planet alive. No, let's celebrate the woman who once released a perfume called Purr because she managed to float around in a Bezos brand capsule for 4 minutes. Meanwhile, back on Earth, where rent is due, wages are flat, and you're wondering if that $7 burrito was a mistake, we're supposed to find inspiration in this in celebrities playing astronaut dress-up for a 4-minute flight, because while Katy Perry was spinning in zero gravity, millions of people were spinning the wheel on whether to pay for groceries or electricity. That's not a metaphor, that's Tuesday. This isn't a feel-good moment. It's a slap in the face dressed up as female empowerment. You know who's not reaching for the stars right now? The single mom putting eggs back on the shelf because she can't afford them. The kid skipping college because student loans would sink his whole family. The Amazon warehouse worker scanning packages until their back gives out. They're not floating in space, they're drowning in bill. And you want to tell them that Katy Perry finding love in the stratosphere is some kind of shared victory? Number, it's not just out of touch, it's insulting. It's Marie Antoinette with a Bluetooth headset. This isn't inspiration, it's aspiration for the 1%. The average person doesn't see themselves in a Bezos-backed capsule. They see themselves in the wreckage that's left behind. The emissions, the money, the media coverage, all for what? A joyride that pollutes the planet just a little more so a group of multi-millionaires can roleplay as explorers. And if this is what progress looks like now, we're in trouble. Because if billionaires get to call it feminism every time they do something ridiculous with their money, what hope is left for the rest of us? This isn't the future. It's a warning. A flashing LED-lit zero-gravity red flag that says the system is broken and the people who broke it, they're having the time of their lives pretending they're saving it. And now for the part that really sends me into orbit, pun fully intended, because apparently we're supposed to start calling Katy Perry an astronaut now. Yes, an astronaut, because she buckled herself into a chair, went on a 10-minute automated ride, and remembered to thank Love and Lauren Sanchez on Instagram afterward. And let's be absolutely clear here, astronaut is a profession. It's not a title you buy like a Birkin bag. Astronauts are scientists, engineers, test pilots, people who spend decades training, studying orbital mechanics, conducting experiments, managing life-threatening emergencies in space. Katy Perry learned how to get in and out of a chair. I've done that too. Should I start demanding people call me Commander? Even the suits were costumes. Literally, Blue Origin made custom space wear to enhance the experience. There's no scientific purpose to them, it's just part of the aesthetic. They're still wearing earrings. It's like showing up to a Renaissance fair and expecting to be knighted by the queen. And the media, they're playing along. I saw a piece that breathlessly detailed how these suits were finally made for women. As if the custom tailoring of space-themed loungewear for billionaires is the barrier-breaking headline we've been waiting for. Meanwhile, in the real world, NASA canceled a historic all-female female spacewalk just a few years ago because they didn't have two suits that fit women. That's the actual battle. That's the real injustice. But now we're being sold the idea that progress has arrived because Lauren Sanchez brought her girls on a Bezos rocket and called it sisterhood. If this is what counts as representation now, handpicking 5 celebrity friends to float for clout while wearing space cosplay, then we've officially lost the plot. This isn't gender equality, it's rich girl branding with a $1 billion backdrop. Call it what it is, a commercial. A very loud, very expensive commercial for a fantasy that the rest of us will never be allowed to touch. So here we are, Katy Perry is now an astronaut, Jeff Bezos is a visionary, and the media wants you to believe that this launch, this $1 million mood board of corporate feminism and unchecked ego is a milestone for humanity. But let me ask you something, if a billionaire buys a rocket, fills it with his girlfriend's friends, calls it empowerment, and the world claps, did we actually move forward, or did we just dress up capitalism in a sparkly jumpsuit and launch it into the void? Because one day, mark my words, a photo of Katy Perry kissing the ground after her glorified space Uber ride is going to be hanging next to images of Amazon warehouses on fire. This is what late-stage capitalism looks like. A place where the people who wreck the world build escape pods and everyone else is told to find meaning in their Instagram caption. We are living in the sequel to the French Revolution, only this time the powdered wigs are space helmets, the Versailles Palace is orbiting Earth, and the guillotines are just metaphors for now. When celebrities start using their zero-gravity vacation as a promo for their Vegas residency, and the working class is told to clap or be called bitter, that's not inspiration, that's propaganda. So no, Katy, space is not finally glam, space is finally sad. It's become a playground for people who already own the world and still want more, and the rest of us, we're stuck on the ground watching through a screen wondering how much longer this charade can last.